Hey everyone, it's Robert Landau here, Live Life Well TV host with another episode of Did You Know? I've compiled some what I hope you'll find to be interesting trivia from all over the place, and we'll have fun together going through it. So you ready for the first one? Did you know that when he was a freshman in 1987, a man by the name of Mike Hayes got a friend who worked at the Chicago Tribune newspaper to write him an article asking the millions who read the paper to donate only 1 penny each toward Mike's college tuition. Immediately, pennies, nickels, and even larger donations came pouring in from not only all over the Chicago region, but all over the world because the Chicago Tribune has such a huge readership to it. After accumulating the equivalent of 2.9 million pennies, Mike graduated and paid for his entire degree, and the degree was in food service. Wow, that's one way to put yourself through college, but I guess you got to know someone at the local newspaper, huh? Did you know that in 1860, Abraham Lincoln grew his famous beard because he got a letter from 11-year-old Grace Bedell, who said that all ladies like the whiskers, and they would convince their husbands to vote for him for president if he decided to grow a beard. So there you go. That's what you got to do to win the presidency in this country. Grow a beard. Think about it. How many US presidents have had beards? Aha! In November. Grow a beard. Did you know, folks, that experts believe that New York City is home to as many as 800 different languages, making it the most linguistically diverse city in the world? Gosh, say that word fast 5 times. 5 times. Linguistically diverse, linguistically diverse, linguistically diverse, linguistically diverse, linguistically diverse. Hey, I can say it great 5 times. I just can't say it once. Go figure, huh? Did you know that during World War II, prisoners in Canadian war camps were treated so well that they were given games and entertainment like soccer tournaments and musical groups and such? When the war ended, many of them didn't even want to leave Canada. Did you know, folks, that in 2014, Budapest broke the world record for the tallest Lego tower ever built? Made of no less than 450,000 colorful Lego bricks, topped with a large Hungarian Rubik's Cube. The structure stood at 114 feet tall in the front of St. Stephen's Basilica in Budapest. Did you know that in the early 1930s, a social movement became so popular, although it eventually died out, which proposed replacing politicians and business people in this country with scientists and engineers instead, that could together manage the economy? Interesting idea. Kind of glad it didn't work. Just me. Did you know, folks, that in 2000, oh no, that was the last, oh no, in 2014, did you know that in 2014, I love this, a competitive eater, yes, a competitive eater by the name of Molly Schuler, who weighed only 126 pounds, won no less than 4 eating contests in only 3 days. I got to read that again. I just can't even fathom that. Can you? Did you know that in 2014, competitive eater by the name of Molly Schuler, who weighed only 126 pounds, won 4 eating contests in only 3 days. Get this. She ate a total of 363 chicken wings, 59 pancakes, 5 pounds of bacon, and if that wasn't enough, 5 pounds of barbecue meat. I don't think I'm going to be hungry for another 10 days after that. How about you? Ugh. Did you know that there happens to be a 16-story office building in Osaka, Japan, that is called the Gate Tower Building, that has an entire highway that passes through the 5th, 6th, and 7th floors of that building? Wow. Did you know that we miss 10% of everything we see due to blinking? There you go. Did you know that half the world has never made or received a phone call? Did you know that in Iceland, it's forbidden to give your child a name that hasn't been approved by the Icelandic Naming Committee? Did you know that the first country where a woman was allowed to vote was New Zealand, and that amazing year, thank God, was 1893? Did you know that in Finland, when you earn your PhD, you are given a doctoral hat that looks like a top hat, as well as a doctoral sword? Now, that would be a very interesting graduation photo and ceremony, don't you think? Wow. Did you know that founders Bill Hewlett and David Packard flipped a coin to decide whether the company they had created would be called Hewlett-Packard or Packard-Hewlett? I think we know who won. Did you know that 1,000 selfies are posted to Instagram every 10 seconds? This happens to add up to no less than an astounding 93 million selfies a day. Did you know that some estimates report that 1 in 8 babies are given to the wrong parents at some point during their hospital stay? Wow. That brings up all kinds of things, doesn't it? Did you know that the arteries of a blue whale are so large that an adult human could literally crawl through them? Ooh, I guess we have to ask Jonah that question, huh? Did you know, folks, that the country with the most millionaires is what? The country with the most millionaires, what do you think? The United States. The United States. But the country with the most billionaires happens to be, what do you think? China. China. 2 more. Count them. 2 more did you know trivia facts. Here's the second to last one. Did you know that the country with the largest coastline on Earth happens to be, what do you think? Country with the largest coastline on Earth? Canada. Canada. And here, can I have a drum roll, please? Thank you, thank you. Is the last question. Did you know that humans are capable of feeling the effects of a broken heart? This is known as stress cardiomyopathy in medical terms. If you're suffering from a broken heart, your blood can have 3 times the amount of adrenaline than someone suffering from a heart attack. Interesting. I mean, the human body is amazing. It is a true gift from God. I mean, who else could create something so astounding? Who else could create such an incredible world we live in? And yes, the world can be very disheartening, a very cruel place, and very disappointing sometimes. But think of what the alternatives are. We are so gifted to have the life that we have. And we need to understand and learn what it is and how it feels to appreciate the true gift of life each and every moment of our lives. So, in this present moment, I'd like to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you learned some fun things and, with that word in mind, had fun in the process of doing so. I did too, and I always do with you. This has been Live Life Well TV host Robert Landau with another episode of Did You Know? See ya next episode.